Hi everyone, hope you're well. I'm FLAVIA-OIL from Oil Therapy, and I am here to reintroduce myself. Well, I'm a person who likes to attach things to new beginnings, and I thought to myself, why not use this new quarter to reintroduce myself? So, if you've been here for a while, you know now that I am very passionate about self care. And over the past year, I have been preaching the gospel of self care, telling you what to do for self care, why it's important for you to practice self care, the benefits it has to your health and well being, and why it is super important to fill your cup before you try to fill someone else's cup, or to wear your oxygen mask before you actually try to help another person wear their oxygen mask. So, truly, it has been an amazing year. And over this year, as a working mother, I have had my share of stresses. And usually the books we read, the things we find on internet, they always tell you when you're stressed out, practice self-care, right? And I have been doing that myself. So while I was stressed out over the past 9 months, I've been super stressed out. And I've intentionally been practicing self-care. So while I'm stressed out, I make sure I exercise. I love aerobics, so I'll go for the aerobics. When I'm stressed out, I'll make sure I eat right. Of course, sometimes the chocolates may come in because the sugar cravings are so high, but I've been trying to keep it under control and I've been having my proper diets. However, I found that with these two things ticked off, I thought I would be okay. Alas, I was not okay. I was not getting any better. I was just getting more grumpy. I was feeling more exhausted. I was feeling more fatigued and all these kind of things. So I thought to myself, really, what can I do in these things? Well, I met a friend of mine who also happened to be a health coach, and he told me, you know what, Flavia, oftentimes they talk about just two things of the entire things that you're supposed to do. So he broke it down for me and named 5 things which he abbreviated as DRESS. So that D stands for diet, which I was doing. The R stands for rest, which I was doing but struggling with. You know, stress sometimes disorganizes the sleep. Then the exercise, also doing my best. I had actually scheduled my weekends for the days for aerobics. And then he mentioned S. So the first S is stress management, and the other S is supplements. So when I reached out to this friend of mine, I was actually asking him and telling him, you know what, I'm doing this, but I'm feeling, I'm still feeling low, and I'm still feeling all these kind of things that I thought would be resolved by that. And he told me, no, you need to now add something to that. And he told me about stress management. So stress is something that actually is, if I take you back to the beginning of the story, that I was stressed. However, I was looking to do other things to manage, to cope with this stress, really. And yet I needed to know how to manage the stress. So when he told me that you may do all these things, but if you don't learn to manage your stress, it's going to manage you. And indeed, I had started going down that hill. So when I talked to him, he advised me, you know what? Need some supplements to keep you going, but in the meantime, you need to learn how to practice stress management. And over the period of time, really, I have been very intentional about reading about stress, what it does to our bodies, how it affects our systems, which part of the brain, which part of the endocrine system is messed up by stress, which I have found so empowering. I have been empowered to the extent that now I know that I don't just go out blindly to do something just because I'm stressed. I now know better which activities, self care activities to practice to help me deal with the stress, to help me deal with the effect of stress on my body. So now more than ever, I am super empowered, but also I have gained more clarity on how to help other women out there, particularly the working women like myself. Like I've said, stress is a part of our lives because you're juggling family, you probably have a job alongside a business or two businesses, and a lot of other things that may be running in your life. So, stress is a part of us, right? So, that is something that I have learned through my own journey to manage the stress, to know when I am stressed, to know what things I need to do when I'm stressed, because not everything you hear out there of self-care you need to do when you're stressed. There are particular things that you need to do when you're stressed. So now more than ever, I feel so empowered to talk about stress and how to stop its detrimental effects on our health as working women, as very busy women. And so if you're out there and you're struggling, you're doing all these things, you're eating well, you're exercising, but you still feel something too heavy on you, the exhaustion is not going away. Uh, Maybe you're struggling with other effects of stress like anxiety, you may be struggling with insomnia. I am here to let you know that going forward, I'll be your stress care and your self care coach. And I am particularly here to help you learn how to manage your stress. Of course, reduce it, but also teach you how to practice self care with the intention of helping you live better and more healthy by practicing these last two things that we are rarely told about. So if that sounds like you, please remember to like this video. Please remember to share this video. Please remember to subscribe to our TikTok pages and any other social media platforms that you may have, such as LinkedIn and Twitter. Thank you so much and have a good day.